My name's Hockley. That's my Twitter handle, so you can heckle me online and I can find out later. I'm a photographer, and it seems that everybody thinks they're a photographer nowadays. There's like 100, 200, 300 of them here, and it wouldn't surprise me if there's photos of Ignite already out on the internet. It used to be the only thing you found photos of were, family photos and tourist photos. Here's a tourist photo I took last time I was up here in Seattle. And, that's kind of cool, but what's happened is that photography has become very, very accessible to everyone. This is a picture we snapped at a geek meetup down in Portland, and 4 of us around the table just all happened to have the same compact camera, point and shoot, in our pockets. And everybody's got a camera. Everybody has camera phones with them. Think about how often you go out without a camera with you. That's how many photos are being shared per day on Facebook. That doesn't count photos being shared on Flickr, on people's blogs, photos that aren't shared, photos that aren't taken. So photography is kind of important. You like that? Photography is important when you think about our history, and you think about, a wedding album that becomes the first family heirloom of a new family. You think about, what do people grab when their house is on fire as they're running out of their house? They don't grab their TV, they grab their family photo albums. And so it's really cool that everybody's becoming a photographer nowadays. Photos are used all over the place. Companies will use photos, in their advertising and in their public relations campaign, not because it's a cool-looking photo, but because they want that photo to invoke some sort of emotional response to hopefully get, the viewer to take some action to make a commitment. Ooh, slide failure. Remember this photo? This was like one of the biggest photos of 2009, taken with an iPhone by a regular citizen who happened to be on a ferry when the plane went down in the Hudson River. Shared it out via Twitter, and the result is that it seems everyone's a historian now. And if you think about that, that's pretty cool, because you never know what's going to happen. And when you have that camera phone with you, or you have that point and shoot, or you have one of the DSLRs that are getting really, really affordable, you're able to take images of things wherever you are. Now, does this mean that there's no longer a market for a professional photographer? It doesn't, because, that neighbor kid down the street's got a camera, and he's pretty good with it. But when it comes time to, have your wedding, the kid's probably got scissors too, but are you going to trust him to cut and style your hair? So there's times when you still do need a professional photographer. And so you think about, what does it mean? What is a real professional photographer going to have? They're going to have those kinds of things. They're going to have, multiple cameras so that if one dies in the middle of your critical photography event, you're okay. They're going to have insurance. They're going to have training. They'll be able to give you references. That's not to devalue the hobbyist photographer, but the professionals are proficient. When you have a wedding or an event, you only walk down that aisle once. You only have that first kiss one time. And so, there's room for everybody to get along. I know a lot of pro photographers are freaking out because everybody has a camera. But, there's times when you need someone who can go into a difficult environment. I know Randy's been shooting Ignite Seattle forever. This is a photo I took at Ignite Portland. Go into a really difficult lighting environment, get the shot, make it sharp, make it look good. Coming back to a repetitive theme here, we all have kind of this awesome ability and responsibility with us. And, getting back on the America fuck yeah theme we'll just carry this throughout the night. You have the right to create photos in public. Pretty much anything you can see anywhere in a public space in the United States, you can take a picture of. And police officers and security guards do not have the right to tell you to delete the photos you've taken, ever. So just like we want to become, less of a civic slacker, understand your photo rights. Know that if you're out there and something's happening, you're allowed to take pictures of it, because that's one of the cool things about where we live. And once you take those pictures, share them. We talked about almost 200 million photos being put up on Facebook. Put them on Facebook. Put them on Flickr. I like to use SmugMug. Make prints. Give people prints. I was floored not too long ago when one of Seattle's great geeks, Brian Westbrook, gave me a print of a photo he made. Find something you're passionate about. I originally got into photography because trains are cool. Find something you're passionate about. Go out there and create some images. It really doesn't matter what you're creating images of, but go out there, go make some photos. That's where you can find out more about me, and I'd love to see the photos that you're creating. Thanks.